Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm reacting to another WrestleMania video. It's just kind of going to be what I do because they have so much information packed in, and they touch on a lot of interesting things that we can look at and dissect. So let's get into it once again.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including what was the real reason behind Drew McIntyre storming out of the Rumble, and it's been revealed who the problem was. Charlotte Flair and Andrade have divorced. What?
I heard it was LA Knight.
John Cena whispered to Jey Uso after his Rumble win. Was Charlotte Flair's win a last-minute decision? IShowSpeed was legitimately hurt in his Royal Rumble appearance. Drew McIntyre is angry with his WWE booking, who was supposed to be in Alexa Bliss's place in the Rumble, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Royal Rumble fallout continues. As top of today's news are more reports about the fallout from Saturday's Royal Rumble, including why Drew McIntyre reportedly stormed out after the Rumble elimination.
Yeah.
What was the real reason behind Drew McIntyre storming out of the building after the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I heard it was something about the timing of everything was off, as you could tell. Something to do with LA Knight doing a bunch of moves, and something about Logan Paul. He was supposed to do something, but he took a long time. He was posing and doing all type of different things that took longer. And Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre were supposed to have a stare-off to set up their match for WrestleMania, which is ridiculous because I thought Drew was going after different members of the bloodline to take them out, because he said on Raw on a promo when he was starting to come out every week to face, the new bloodline that, hey, I'm taking you out, and he did. Now he wants to face Damian Priest all of a sudden. But let's continue.
The McIntyre was thrown out by Damian Priest was reportedly so irate that he didn't attend WWE's Rumble after party, leading to reports about why the Scottish Warrior lost his cool. But now Figure 4 is reporting we're told that he was hot, although I believe everyone cooled down, but he was clearly mad when he came through the curtain after being eliminated. We were told that others were as well, but weren't as obvious about it. McIntyre and Damian Priest were to start an angle, and they felt the momentum was lost when LA Knight got in the way as they were doing the Priest throwing out McIntyre. The top guys wanted things to go smoothly and have their story come off as planned, and that mentality is why they're top guys. But it seems that Drew McIntyre is angry with WWE's booking of him. There's more evidence that Drew McIntyre is unhappy with WWE plans for him, as McIntyre enjoyed one of his biggest years yet in WWE last year, not only winning a third World Championship, albeit it lasted as long as Santino's Royal Rumble elimination, but working a universally praised feud with CM Punk, having one of the best matches of 2024, that being the Hell in a Cell. However, new reports suggest that McIntyre is more than just disappointed with how WWE is following up on his 2024 program. According to the Mail Sports' Alex McCarthy, Mail Sport has learned that McIntyre is due for a program with Priest heading into WrestleMania, about described by a source as a nothing match.
Yes, it is.
McIntyre is of the opinion that he deserves a more prominent feud after the most successful year of his career.
Absolutely, 100%. It's not taken away from Priest, nothing at all, because he had a hell of a year last year as well. But we really don't know where Priest is going. He's still facing the Judgment Day. He's still in and out with them, facing Dominic, facing JD McDonough, helping the War Raiders against them as well. Finn Balor, it's like that. That's where that should go. I think that Finn and Damian should have a WrestleMania match and just completely blow off the whole Judgment Day, thing, and just have Drew face. Who could he face instead? I guess Jacob Fatu, maybe. It's a possibility. But, this was the wrong direction, 100%.
In 2024. Now, although McIntyre has a kayfabe reason to want revenge on Damian Priest, as Damian successfully cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 14 mere minutes after Drew defeated Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship.
But it shouldn't take a year to want to face him again at WrestleMania. That should have happened like afterwards. I don't remember what happened between Priest and Drew. You know, it's been a year almost, but that should have been closed off like shortly after that.
Championship and eliminated him in the
Not a year later.
Rumble. There were rumors that WWE planned to pit McIntyre against Roman Reigns in 2025.
Yeah, that would have been good too. Maybe at the Chamber, but not WrestleMania. But you know, with Roman being the head guy, of course, the head of the table, and then with Drew being pissed about because in the Royal Rumble he was looking at Roman saying, "You're the reason this all started." You know, he blamed him for everything, and it pretty much was a part or the beginning of his downfall from when he lost at Clash of the Champions when Solo Sikoa had made his debut.
As after all, McIntyre set his sights on each member of the Bloodline. And McIntyre is known for using social media to forward programs, including some wicked attacks at CM Punk on social media last year, and he recently lambasted WWE for hyping Jey Uso with a Yeet Street sign prominently displayed outside Lucas Oil Stadium. The Scottish Warrior uploaded a video of himself criticizing how WWE pushes the Bloodline but buries him, reminding fans he'll never sell out like the Bloodline has. Drew is a known team player, a wrestler who carried Raw on his back during the pandemic,
yes,
who has repeatedly worked through injuries and illnesses that would have sidelined other wrestlers. Now this creates two possibilities. First is the fact that Drew is happy with whatever program he gets and he's working the fans and the news sites. However, there's also a possibility that Drew is legitimately upset, given all that he's done for WWE and expected much more, which we no doubt agree with. Now only time will tell, but it's another reminder of how WWE keeps fans guessing and more importantly, tuning in to watch things play out on weekly television.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing can be a swerve. I mean, because we don't know, we weren't backstage, but you know, when things come out, I mean, the difference between the truth and a lie is just a matter of time, you know. So we'll know in the end, but I think it's all true.
But what are his long-term plans? Most fans wonder whether Drew McIntyre was legitimately upset with how his Royal Rumble elimination went. We're learning more about his apparent move to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre is now the latest superstar who is moving.
Yeah, and just real quick, I'm sorry. What is with all the sudden moves from show to show all of a sudden? It's just kind of sporadic and random. Oh, maybe because of the Netflix deal, I guess certain they want certain people in certain spots, you know, for that, but it doesn't make any sense, you know, because I mean, shortly after WrestleMania, don't we have the draft and we're supposed to be moving pieces around, you know, after Mania like that, and then calling up people from NXT. It's just kind of weird. Oh, you're on Raw now, you're on SmackDown now, you know. Yeah.
During the WWE's transfer window, and while there was speculation it was a last-minute move, PW Insider is reporting that WWE has planned McIntyre's move to SmackDown for months, and that his win against Sami Zayn on the 27th Jan Raw was his swan song for the Red brand.
Yeah, he faced Sami Zayn and Drew have faced each other a lot.
As we just mentioned, the current belief is that McIntyre is going to be beginning a feud with Damian Priest, leading to a big showdown at WrestleMania 41. Now, to probably even out the transfer window, it's been reported by PW Insider that AJ Styles is also being considered moving to Raw. Next up, Charlotte Flair and Andrade have divorced.
This is unfortunate. Yeah, I'll share my thoughts after this.
That's some major breaking news courtesy of TMZ, as it's now been confirmed that Charlotte Flair and Andrade have divorced. According to TMZ, the divorce was actually filed in October 2024. The report reads, Charlotte Flair is ditching her tag team partner in life. TMZ Sports has learned she's divorced Andrade. Court records we obtained show Ric Flair's daughter filed to separate from her wrestler hubby, real name Manuel Alfonso Andrade Orpeza, in Florida back in June 2024, and a judge appeared to sign off on the divorce in October 2024. Now, this has been kept strictly under wraps by those in WWE, and it's only today that this information has now come to light. Now, there was no news on the reason for the divorce as listed by TMZ, and it's important to respect both of their privacy at this time.
Yeah, 100%. Just my thoughts on it. I'm going to say something. I remember hearing about when they first got together, and I didn't understand it. It was just kind of like, you never know why two people get together, and you know, that's their business, but I never would have seen her and him together. And it was just a weird thing to me. But they fell in love. They got married. I'm married. You never know why two people get together, but just from seeing their careers and who they appear to be, I just never saw them together. So, but it's unfortunate. You never want to hear about people breaking up and divorce and all that. But I don't know what they saw in each other. I mean, Andrade barely speaks English. Like, his promos used to be, when he would speak English, it would be rough. Like, you try to listen through it, it's like, I don't understand what he's saying. But he's gotten better. His English has gotten a lot better. But it's unfortunate.
Next up was Jey Uso's Rumble win, a last-minute decision. Now, did the WWE pull a fast one by having Jey Uso win this year's Men's Rumble? Well, actually not, according to Viper Reports PWN, which claims that WWE had Jey Uso booked to win the Rumble as far back as January and possibly last December. If so, this explains why Jey had a seemingly random match with Gunther at Saturday Night's main event, a match which in hindsight now makes a lot of sense. Next up, what did John Cena whisper to Jey Uso after his win? And what's the advice John Cena gave Jey Uso? Well,
yeah, I heard that he was just showing him love and just talking about from how far he's come, and from he remembered where he started, like the beginning to now. So yeah, it was great.
In event, Jey spoke about this moment with Cena after Cena returned to the ring to raise Jey's arm after Uso eliminated him to win the Royal Rumble. Jey joked that he initially thought he'd have to throw Cena out the second time, but then revealed, but he said, "Hey man," he hugged me. He goes, "I remember your first tour. I said, I always told you and your brother you guys will be fine. Be yourself." And he goes, "Look at these people now." And that's when he turned to me to the crowd, and they were just hitting it, man. So yeah, man, love John Cena. He's a GOAT. Jey Uso's Royal Rumble is still fueling hot debate on the internet wrestling community. And it's likely to continue as some fans wonder why WWE opted to have him win the match instead of the clear winner, John Cena. But one thing is clear, John Cena is proud to have played a role in Jey's moment of glory, a reminder of how Cena continues to use his star power to put others over. Yeah. But what about Charlotte Flair's win? Was that the last minute?
And it was only right for Cena to put him over on his way out. It was only right. So yeah, Cena, he's been very, very selfless in his really the last 6-7 years he's been coming back. He hasn't won a match, literally in years, and so that's been a part of this whole tour, farewell tour. It's been all about how much he's lost and how when he first did that promo, how he wasn't confident in winning anything, really winning a championship. But now he's declaring, "I'm going to win 17 in WrestleMania." We'll see.
Decision. Well, Jey Uso's Royal Rumble win isn't the only controversial choice from this year's event, as some fans are also very upset that Charlotte Flair won the women's match after over a year off the shelf due to an injury. Yeah. Fans who are upset believe it's another instance of WWE pushing Flair ahead of more deserving talent. And nonetheless, Viper Reports also reported Charlotte Flair was always considered to be returning for gold. As far back as the summer of last year, that was WWE's intentions all along. We began to nail down on her winning the Women's Royal Rumble match around late October, early November, when they started mapping out when Tiffany Stratton would cash in on Nia Jax, leading to this battle of generations at WrestleMania 41. What do you guys think of that planned match? Do you think that was the right move to take?
Yeah, I do. But just not Charlotte winning the Rumble. It's just she comes right in and just wins, and no real struggle. I mean, you're in a match, and of course you're going to go through some things you have to go through. Other women and other people to achieve your goal. But of course, this is entertainment, so they booked her to win. So the fact that she just came in and won after a year being off. She did the same thing when she came back before WrestleMania 39. When she just came in on that SmackDown match. I forget who was the champion, but it was either Ronda. I think it was Ronda. And she just beat her for the title. She just challenged her on SmackDown and beat her for the title. It was ridiculous. And it's the same thing.
Next up, who was supposed to be Alexa Bliss's Rumble number? Now, Alexa Bliss's Royal Rumble return surprised the WWE Universe, and now details have emerged on how Bliss returned after weeks of talk that she had reached an impasse with WWE over contract negotiations. A Fightful Selection Ross Sapp tweeted, Alexa Bliss's return came together very late, and originally, Shotzi was to be in the WWE Royal Rumble in that spot as of Friday. Fightful Selectors learned. Those we spoke to were both happy to see Alexa back and felt bad that Shotzi didn't get in. Do you guys feel that Shotzi got shortchanged, or is this to be expected given her spot?
I mean, it's not like Shotzi was gonna, she wasn't gonna get the pop Alexa got. That's for sure. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry, like she's the bigger name. And it was her time, really. I mean, I don't know.
On the WWE hierarchy compared to...
I mean, I like Shotzi. I do. But, in that situation, they made the right move.
Bliss. Obviously, WWE went what was best for business. And of course, Bliss was definitely the right move. But PW Nexus and BodySlam.net correspondent Corey Hayes recently tweeted about various accounts chronicling Bliss's surprise appearance. As Fightful Select reported, Alexa Bliss coming back was a late decision. PWN reports learned that Bliss came to an agreement with WWE around 5 AM Saturday morning, which led to Bliss appearing in the Royal Rumble match yesterday. As already buzzed that Bliss's elimination by Liv Morgan is going to set up a program between the Judgment Day and the Wyatt Six. You may recall rumors prior to Bliss's return that she was being considered for a role in the group. And what we managed to miss at the Royal Rumble was actually Alexa Bliss's jacket. Alexa Bliss came in a black jacket that read on the back, "Friend" instead of "Fiend" forever. No doubt the late great Bray Wyatt was looking down with a big smile on his face. Next up an...
Yeah, speaking of that, got this Bray Wyatt mask, guys. Check that out. Yep. So I got a little piece of Bray right here, along with my WWE Championship. I bought this at a house. No, it was Raw. No, Survivor Series in Chicago back in 2019. I went to Chicago and I bought that mask. It was like $50.
NXT star ready to be put onto the main roster? Now is Roxanne Perez headed for the main roster? The two-time former NXT Women's Champion and NXT Women's Tag Team Champion made a second appearance in the Women's Rumble this year, setting a new record for the event's Iron Woman and ending at this year's runner-up. And now Fightful Select is reporting that Roxanne's main roster call-up is all but confirmed. In addition, Perez caught fans' attention after the show when she commented, "I made history in NXT, a two-time NXT Women's Champion, breakout winner, and Iron Survivor winner. I make history and I'm going to continue to do the same exact thing here on the main roster. So girls, get ready because I don't think y'all are ready for the prodigy." The 23-year-old superstar is seen by some fans as a generational talent, and it's hard to deny given her many accomplishments. Are you guys looking forward to Perez's main roster call-up, and who should she wrestle first?
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Roxanne. I don't think I've ever seen not even a match of hers, but I have to give her a shot. So, I mean, I'm always looking forward to seeing new talent come up and see how they fare on the main roster. So this should be good.
Next up, IShowSpeed recovering from a legit Royal Rumble injury.
I've stated in other videos, I hate the social media influence from these guys. I just Logan, this guy, and I don't care for it. But I don't want the kid to get hurt. But at the same time, it's not for me.
The most popular streamers on the planet, IShowSpeed, had the opportunity of a lifetime after Triple H invited him to the...
And that's the time. I understand that's the times that we're in of social media and the influencers, and of course you want to, utilize these guys for their reach and their audience, to get more eyes on the product. Understandable, but yeah.
Royal Rumble, not only offering him full backstage access, but a spot in the men's Rumble match after Akira Tozawa was attacked during his Rumble entrance. IShowSpeed helped Bron Breakker eliminate Otis, however things went sideways from there. As Complex recalled, just moments later, Speed became IShowPain when the WWE Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker speared him, sending the streamer to the floor in apparent agony. He probably saw small yellow birds flying in circles around his head. The huge streamer posted a picture of a bad-looking gash on his leg. Fans believe he may have sustained it after Otis grabbed him and bounced him off the announcer table. And he was also seen wearing crutches and a neck brace, but we feel that was kayfabe. And finally, Logan Paul's jerk move. And last but not least, Logan Paul continues to find ways to get under fans' skin with his arrogant promos, but Paul maybe took things a little too far at the Rumble, grabbing a fan's Polaroid out of his hand and smashing it on the entrance ramp. The video has gone viral with fans blasting the Maverick for this breach of etiquette. While fans are sometimes criticized, and rightfully so, for violating wrestlers' boundaries,
I remember seeing them do that
at airports for numerous autographs or interrupting them during meals in public, wrestlers have no business taking a fan's property and outright destroying it. Now, although some might argue that the fan was a plant, nothing has been confirmed. But there you have it, folks. The wildest news stories.
Was he a plant? I don't know, but yeah, it's just taking. I mean, it's different. Like, if you take someone's property and smash it, yeah, it's messed up. But like, the wrestlers would take certain signs and rip them up. Like, that's perfectly within the bounds. That's harmless. You know, it's just a sign. But personal property, like, you know, a phone or some type of gadget or like some type of device you bring to the show for to record or just to document everything, yeah, that's out of line. But it might have been a plan. Who knows? Guys, thank you for watching the video. Appreciate it. Catch you on the next one.